Agriculture is evolving. Across central Queensland, farmers are exploring how technology can drive efficiency, boost productivity and sustain their operations. The Department of Primary Industries pilot program, FarmTechConnect, delivered as part of the services at the Central Queensland Smart Cropping Centre in Emerald, was created to support producers on this journey. The Central Queensland Smart Cropping Centre is a flagship innovation facility that focuses on the unique climate of the region. The centre brings together research, development and extension in areas such as farming systems, agronomy, crop innovation and plant protection, with a strong focus on AgTech adoption with regional producers.
The main goals for the FarmTechConnect project has been around understanding what some of the challenges have been for our farming industries across CQ. So not just connectivity, because we all know that for this region it is a challenge, but also that interoperability, so how we get technology connecting and talking to each other so that we get some really good outcomes.
The pilot program brought together 7 producers, each with their own unique challenges, but a shared goal to make AgTech work for their businesses.
Some of the things that I've observed along the way is that we have a really motivated primary production cohort here in the Central Queensland region. Producers are very highly motivated to adopt AgTech and integrate it into their businesses and keen to become data-driven decision makers.
One common challenge was the complexity of technology choices and the risk of investing in the wrong solutions. Producers have been telling us they feel overwhelmed about who to turn to for independent advice and where to start with adopting AgTech. As a result, they often do nothing. This is where the Department of Primary Industries stepped in with the FarmTechConnect pilot program.
We made multiple farm visits to our farmers to talk about different aspects. So we went in first and did a really deep dive around what their farm business is, what markets they're in, their production systems, their goals, and started to unpack some of their pain points.
Is it a solution for a problem that exists, or is it a solution for something that isn't our problem? Do we invest in something, that seems like a great product and then at the end of the day isn't, what we need to solve an issue?
Through on-farm visits, hands-on workshops and one-on-one support, producers worked closely with technical experts to articulate their business goals and pain points to explore what AgTech might address these issues and evaluated solutions tailored to their specific needs.
We've got different sources of information coming from different places, and we want to gather that into one space and have some real interoperability between those programs and AgTech solutions.
Very keen to learn about water monitoring. Keeping water up to cattle is paramount. If we can adopt some technology that helps us pump groundwater and to monitor watering points, that's really exciting.
Participants discovered that technology isn't just about hardware and software, it's about connectivity, collaboration and knowledge sharing.
When you get a group of people together and they start learning from each other, magic happens. And the ability to actually work on one-on-one or in small groups, this has been an observation of the project. I think the increased outcomes of learning and adoption from having that model has been amazing.
The connectivity is a very important piece of the puzzle because we're a research facility essentially, and the trials have a lot of sensors and they're looking at different things, multiple sensor. So to have that as a live feedback for the researchers will be, much appreciated.
The thing I liked best about the program was actually the engagement with other producers and understanding what their challenges were, as well as seeing what technologies they were using and adopting. A really good example was a soil moisture probe that one of the other producers had identified and adopted, and we saw that initially. We were aware of it, but seeing it in action and then getting an opportunity to demonstrate, test and trial has actually led us to adopting that technology ourselves. So I think it's really about building that ecosystem and building connectivity and connection with growers as well as tech providers. That is a really good outcome that we've had from this program.
The best thing about FarmTechConnect was getting together and connecting with people who are on the same sort of journey that I am with AgTech, that believe in it, that can see its value, that can take it to the next level, understand how it can help their business.
By the end of the program, producers had not only expanded their knowledge, but also gained confidence in implementing AgTech solutions, tailored to their needs, both on a short and long-term outlook.
We've got a plan, got some ideas. It's working out of those ideas which ones you want to implement. So in terms of affordability, risk, we're going to prioritise them, and then some, like I want to implement in this year ASAP. Others, I'm like, yep, okay, that's what I'm building towards. That's the next thing I want to be able to afford.
I love how it's integrated with the machinery that we're using, which is John Deere, and it does definitely makes things easier.
For me, the best thing about the project has been working with producers at the grassroots. It's actually been a really big eye-opener, and I didn't validate some of the assumptions I had. I actually found that some of my assumptions were wrong.
The Department of Primary Industries' FarmTechConnect program has proven that change takes time, but with the right support, producers are ready to embrace technology to enhance their operations.
If we were going to do the program again, and I believe this is just the start, it was a small pilot, but for me it would be about extending the program out longer and incorporating some aspects around more data science upskilling and knowledge in that area. So technology is one piece, but it's telling you something. So how do we get that full benefit of what it's actually telling us?
I think if we did this project again, and it's a pilot project, so it's all about learnings, one of the key things I think we need to do is to make it a much longer project. In order to enable and uplift AgTech adoption, I think there's a role for government and industry to not only help fill those market gaps that we have around the provision of independent AgTech advice and structured programs like FarmTechConnect to help farmers navigate that adoption journey.
FarmTechConnect is wrapping up at this pilot program stage, but its impact will continue as farmers take their learnings forward, shaping a more connected and technology-driven future for agriculture in central Queensland. The program participants have said they'd like to see the program expanded right across the state. This work aligns with the Queensland Government's goal of growing the state's agriculture to $30 billion by 2030. A target that can only be achieved through close collaboration with industry to deliver the right solutions.